Have you ever wanted something so badly you could almost taste it, only to find it just out of your reach? Our story begins with a fox, as clever as he was confident, strolling through the countryside one warm afternoon. The sun was high, and the day's journey had left him with a powerful thirst and a rumbling in his stomach. He searched high and low, his keen eyes scanning for any sign of a meal or a refreshing stream. And then he saw it, a sight that made his heart leap and his mouth water. Hanging high on a trellis were the most magnificent grapes he had ever laid eyes on, dark, ripe, and bursting with promise. "Just the thing to quench my thirst," he thought, his gaze locked on the prize. He took a few steps back, sizing up the distance. He was a clever fox. This would surely be simple. Gathering all his strength, he took a running leap, but fell short. The grapes remained, undisturbed, far above his reach. Unwilling to be defeated, he told himself, "I'll try again. A running start is what I need." He backed up, took a deep breath, and charged forward with all his might. He flew higher this time, his claws just grazing the leaves, but the prize was still too high. Again and again he tried, leaping, jumping, and scrambling, growing more and more frustrated with each attempt. He tried every trick he knew, but it was no use. At last, tired and sore, he had to accept defeat. But a clever fox does not like to admit failure, not even to himself. A new thought began to form in his mind, a way to soothe his wounded pride. He looked them over one last time, not with longing, but with judgment. And as he walked away, he muttered just loud enough for the birds to hear, "I'm sure they were sour anyway. I wouldn't eat common grapes like that even if they were served to me on a silver platter." And so he went on his way, convincing himself that his failure was actually a choice. And this brings us to the moral of the story, a pattern we see not just in foxes, but in people too. It is easy to despise what you cannot have. We call it sour grapes. It's a way to protect our pride, to turn our disappointment into a feeling of superiority. But deep down, we and the fox know the truth. The grapes weren't sour. True strength isn't pretending you didn't want it. It's accepting the failure and trying again for the next prize. So the next time you find yourself calling the grapes sour, take a moment to reflect. If you enjoy timeless wisdom like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more fables that make you think. For wisdom, much like ripe grapes, is sweetest to those who are honest enough to seek it.